yeah, I think, we have been in the insurance space for quite a bit now. We got a plethora of clients. What we are seeing more and more is not one solution answers all of their problems. And if I take an example of underwriting, I think we are seeing the relevance of pricing more and more, and that's where I felt our conversation with Earnix is going to be extremely valuable for our clients as we bring the story together to deliver benefits to our customers. Another example we have started realizing is pricing traditionally has been only playing a role in the underwriting, but now more and more it's also helping in the claims area because more it is embedded with the claims analytics, makes it better to manage their loss ratios better as well. So I think with those things in perspective and the track record of some of our clients already using Earnix and the reputation that they have in the area of pricing, we thought this is a great partnership for us to have to deliver value to our customers. Early thoughts, without doubt, I think it has been great. Obviously we have spent a lot of time together, which is the key for any partnership. Whether it's in the US, whether it's in the UK, and obviously Earnix traveling both sides of the pond, I think it starts with that we have been able to spend a lot of time together. We both have invested in developing that knowledge in the pricing tools at Earnix. So I think that's been the early good start where we think there's a partner who is interested in making this happen. I think the insurance world as we see it is diversified into three different segments. And if I were to call them, it's life and annuities, personal lines, and commercial and specialty. What we started realizing very quickly is the dynamics of each of this segment is significantly different. You can't expect the same solution, whether it's analytics, to be the same across all three of them. So we decided to actually double click and identify the right partners for each of these industries. And one of the challenge that we were experiencing is having a partner which cuts across all the segments. And I think Earnix played a reasonably good tick in saying, here is a partner who can help us in every segment irrespective of it. Can't name a few of them, but in our conversation with one of the big life and annuities insurer, we are already partnering with Earnix. Whether it's a personal line insurer in UK, again very relevant. So I thought that is some of the key things that we were trying to do. The second point is we are a leading systems integrator when it comes to insurance, and for me, everything is insurance, and I'm very passionate about data. So irrespective of the systems that we have put in place, I think it's important for the different insights it provides. And I think from that perspective, we are starting to realize that there's huge amount of data being thrown at us, right? And so how can you create and use AI and machine learning? So that's where we are investing. And I think that's an area that we found is a good overlap with Earnix as well, where we are seeing them also investing in that. So to summarize, I think a solution that shows the use of advanced analytics and emerging technologies in data and something that is applicable to all three segments was a key consideration for this partnership. The three key pillars for what we think the clients or the industry is crying for help. Okay, the first is significantly making our underwriters' life easy because they are the bread earners for every insurance company. They are needed to make the right decisions for their clients, assessing the risk correctly, and making sure hence the protection provided to our clients are satisfactory. So that's number one. Number two is the fact that because of the recent inflation in cost, the expense costs for claims are going through the roof. If you particularly look at personal lines, it's becoming an acute problem because the premiums that they earned many years ago and the claim costs that are coming through, there's a significant difference. So how can we actually proactively help them manage their claims costs, including the loss ratios effectively? And the third is this whole thing that I spoke about data, right? Some people call data as the oil, some people call data as the soil, but the true trick lies in people who are able to leverage that data to create distinct insights. And it is in that is the Hexaware strategy. And again, if I look at what cuts across all three of them, is I think pricing, which can help us make sure pricing is more accurate, pricing is more exhaustive for our customers. Again, claims, the same thing. If you had estimated your loss ratios correctly, that would have helped you be more profitable. And as I said, data insights, I repeated that. We covered that some time back. We want to work more and more with partners who are using the emerging techniques to, make life easy to get data insights out of it. It's very interesting, because you talk a lot about innovation, you talk a lot about future. So let me bring three perspectives that, if we really want to be a great relationship, at least from an Hexaware perspective, is how can we be relevant in the future? And I would take three things, right? One, I think, is the simple fact that there is still a significant insurance protection gap, okay? So, while insurance has existed to take care of our societies and individuals, I don't think we are doing justice to that as yet, right? There is a significant insurance protection gap. So if there was anything that we can do with the wealth of knowledge, the wealth of data that we have to bridge the protection gap, I would say that is what will be a successful, not for our clients, but to the industry overall. So I think I would I would work on and would like to understand Earnix perspective on that and how can we really help to bridge that protection gap. Number two, I think insurance by definition is indemnification, but clearly I think the world has moved from indemnification to protection. And why I say that? Because I think nobody wants losses, right? I mean, yes, we exist for that, but it would be a wonderful world, a win-win for almost everyone, the client, the insurers and technology organizations like us, if there were lesser losses. So what can we do to really prevent losses in the first place? So take an example of Vitality as an insurance, right? I buy that as an insurance, not for my life or health, but just as a lifestyle, okay? So I think that will be the second thing. And third thing is how do we make insurance attractive? It should not be forced upon people, which is what I think, right? When I take a car, like, oh, I have to deal with insurance. So I don't think that should be there, right? So I think how can we make it as a lifestyle? How can we make it more inclusive with a variety of things? We talk about embedded analytics. So I think the secret of the partnership for Hexaware will be to kind of help in all these three things, right? Minimizing insurance protection gaps, helping move from indemnification to avoidance, how do we avoid that? And the third is just making it more appealing so that the insurance penetration overall grows across the world, and not just for the insurers to become more rich or for us to become more relevant, but actually for the wider good of the industry where people will be truly protected for the unfortunate incidences that we have little control on.